Hello, welcome to Relufe Music Review, a show where we review Nigerian music in all of its glory and expression. My name is Theo Olayanju, and I bring you all the tea as concerns Nigerian music, ranging from EPs to albums and music videos. Please note that every of my opinion is based on my personal biases and knowledge, even though I try to be constructively objective. With that right out of the way, let's get into the business of today. Now, the album we're going to be reviewing today is Phyno's album, which he has titled Full-Time Job. I particularly like the title of this album, and that's basically because Phyno has been in the music space for quite a while. And actually, even though his last album, his last body of work, personal body of work, was in 2021, that is, which he titled Something to Live For, Phyno never really left the music space. He has always been in our faces. He has always been consistent, either with his singles or him being featured on an album or another single. I like that his relevance has stayed intact. I do not think that there's any upcoming artist or any rapper who really wants to make waves in the rap industry, in the Nigerian rap industry, that would not feature or collaborate with Phyno. And that's because he has gone to cement himself in the sands of time. He has come to stay. He has become more like a father figure, an authority in the Nigerian rap industry. And I love to see that. I love that people like Phyno, Olamide, Reminisce, they've cemented themselves in the Nigerian rap industry, in that space, in that genre. And it's lovely to see their lyrical prowess, their dexterity, their influence, their capacity, how well they can go, their range as well. Because honestly, as much as these guys are rappers, especially Phyno being a prominent Igbo rapper, you would see him collaborate with people in other genres. You'd see him collaborate with Fave, Burna Boy, and all of those big names that we see out there, even people that do not sing contemporary songs like he does, right? And I particularly love this album. In fact, I quite have a number of things to say about this album. So first off, it starts with the first track, where it basically just reintroduces himself to us. Like I always say, what makes me love an album so much, or a body of work as it were, is if your first 2 or 3 tracks can get me hooked down, especially your first track. Your first track has to be solid, because that's basically what introduces people to the vibe of the album, to what the album is all about, to who you are and what the album is all about. And I like that Phyno was able to achieve that with his first track. Another track that I really enjoyed in the album was the one he had with his collaboration with his signee, now Superboy Check. And Phyno is the owner of the record label Penthouse. First off, I've always loved the way the catchphrase for Penthouse, because Penthouse music, it sounds so royal. It sounds so empowering. And I've always liked the signee, that is Superboy Check. It's also an amazing, brilliant rapper, and he has been churning out really beautiful body of work since he was signed to Penthouse Music. And no better. I don't think there's a better way to introduce yourself again to us than also introducing your signing, who has been an amazing artist, who has been consistent over the years. Who has also been doing great stuff in the Nigerian music industry. And I like the title of that song, Back Outside, just to show that, oh guys, we're outside, we're balling all day, we're doing great stuff here in our own sphere. We're doing amazing stuff. I like the song, and of course the song is also a bop. You can dance to it at the party and whatnot, right? And which is amazing. And also we see a song which has had single which has had even before this album, and the title of the song is Do I. If you go to parties a lot, if you go to clubs a lot, you know that this song is a big flex. Do I look like I give a fuck? Hey, do I look like I give a fuck? I don't give a fuck. No, this song is actually an amazing song. And I particularly also love the remix that he did with Burna Boy. Come on now, Odogu and Phyno having jumping on the song as incredible as Do I is a game changer, is a party starter. I like the energy that Burna Boy brought to that song. In fact, the song alone is a masterpiece. So imagine having Odogu jump on that song. It makes it a song that you will never forget in a while. That kind of song you don't forget it in a jiffy. It's a song that you play in parties 5 years to come, 10 years to come, because it is always relevant. It is that good. That's why I like the song. And yes, I'm going to be talking about the song he did with Fav, which he titled Deep. Before I continue, another thing I like about this album is how that Phyno was able to make every collaboration with different artists feel like it's their own song. So for example, when he did Do I with Burna Boy, it sounded like, oh, it's a Burna Boy song, right? So he made every artist shine as an individual artist. All he just did was bring their energies, bring his own energy, and combine it together. So he mixed them, he amplifies their sound, it amplifies their vibe, you know. And that's what he did with Fav. One thing I always say is Fav will always be a Fav, because there is no song that Fav is featured on that doesn't feel like a song. For example, I mean, the case in study is the song she did with Davido. So amazing. It sounded like a Fav song. Also, she did the song with Simi. It sounded like Fav is the owner of the song. And that's what I like about Fav. She has an unusual sound, an unusual voice texture for a female in the music industry. And I like that. Every of the collaboration that she's on, she brings out the best in that song. And honestly, I think that that's my favorite song on that album, Deep with Fav. It was so beautiful. The vocal dexterity, the differences in their vocals was so perfect. There was a seamless integration of both voices and their vibes and energies. The song is so beautiful. I think it's the song that I've replayed the most on that album. So I mean, safe to say, as Gen Zs would say, the song is giving. No, Fav really did it on that track. Deep, easily my favorite song on that album. We also see a collaboration with Adi, one of UK's hottest rappers, on that album. Now, I have a different opinion, somewhat disappointed anyways, and here's why. Hear me out. Chill guys. Now, Phyno being one of Nigeria's best rappers, and Adi being one of UK's hottest rapper, one would think that you would have one of the best masterpieces of rap songs of this year. Now, the title of the track rather is Time of My Life, right? I mean, I would imagine that they would sing about their processes, their growth, their influence in the rap industry. They'll really delve deep into their lyrical prowess, their creativity, their genius as two amazing artists, two amazing rappers. It's somewhat disappointing to see that their flex was mostly about the girls that they were just singing about the girls that want to chill with them, the girls that they chill with, money and all of those things. And it was cliche, because usually, at least in recent times, a lot of songs, especially Nigerian music in this age and time, has always been about money, sex, and drugs, or money, sex, women, drugs, and all of those things. Really don't see other values, other societal values, other key things that make music what music is. We really don't see music healing souls, imputing certain societal values into the art of people. And I was disappointed because this track was another cliche. Two big rappers coming to talk about girls. Really, me, if I were you guys, I would have something more interesting to talk about, more important to talk about. However, I'm not you guys. That's why you guys are the ones singing and I'm the one reviewing here. But that song was not really it for me, because I didn't enjoy it that much. No doubt it had good sound, right? You could dance to it, you could vibe to it, but the lyrical content, the message wasn't as profound as I would expect it to be. So now another song on the album that was really amazing was the one entitled Wanyo Wanyo. Wanyo Wanyo is Igbo for slowly, how that you take life easily. And I like how calm that song is. Basically what Phyno was trying to say is try to take life easily. Your time would always come, right? Just stay steady at the grind, put in your all, put your best foot forward. Your time will always come, and when it comes, it will feel as though the journey has not been long. Just put in your best, just keep trying, keep putting in energy, keep doing your best, keep showing up. And I really like that song. It resonates with me because it's a value I highly esteem, I highly uphold. Having to take life easy, just keep doing it. Slowly you'll get there. And it's a song I really endorse. I particularly enjoy the song as much as most of the songs. Phyno being an Igbo man who is deeply rooted in the Igbo culture, and you can as well tell from his songs, his lyrics are hugely Igbo. I like that. I don't have an issue with it. I'm a Yoruba man, but I enjoy what Phyno does with it. He pushes the Igbo culture, the Igbo language, the Igbo costume, and all of those things. You can tell that this guy is not trying to fake it. He's not trying to, he's not ashamed of his root, of his culture, and that is one thing that has been consistent with Phyno. From Ghost Mode, Set, from time immemorial, you could always hear him. In fact, 80% of his lines are Igbo. I might not understand it. In fact, I do not understand a lot of his lines. I try as much as possible. I try to translate them, Google them. But I believe that an Igbo person would appreciate Phyno's song better because he actually pushes the Igbo culture, the language, the food, the custom, as it were. Why on Why is a song I deeply resonate with. It's a song that touches me to the soul. So yeah, thumbs up for that, Phyno. Thank you so much. Another song I find quite interesting was the NWKCK interlude that he did with Hush Puppy. Now guys, chill. I find this track both interesting and hypocritical. You know that saying where they say, where rich people say money is not everything. Let me remove my glasses. I particularly find that saying funny, because why they say now you will get money, they tell us say money is not everything. Let me get there first to come to agree with you, to come to that conclusion. Let me taste that money first before I come to that conclusion that money is not everything. And honestly, this particular collaboration with Hush Puppy was a little bit confusing, because I'm trying to get what Phyno was trying to do. Is it that you're trying to reintroduce Hush Puppy back into our society? You're trying to tell us that, let's forgive him, let's move on, or you're trying to endorse Hush Puppy as a person, the things he stands for. And sincerely, I'm going to be blunt with this particular track. As much as it's an interesting song, right? It's interesting because it was slow. It felt like a motivational speech, and it's annoying because who are you, Hush Puppy, to give us motivational speech? Dude, in one of his lines was that, unboxing video, they make people, they're under pressure. Nigga, your whole existence was to pressure broke people. You basically flexed on us with the money you got from scamming people, from hoodwinking people. You're in no position to advise us not to pressure ourselves, because literally you pressured us. However, I'm a forgiving person. I also understand the values of forgiveness. So I get that he's trying to say, I hope you're trying to say you're a changed man, you're a good man now. Because actually, ACK means a good man, a strong man, or a handsome man. That's a strong, a handsome man, a fine man. I'm hoping you're trying to say, you're a changed man now, you've learned your lessons, you want to do honest work. If that is what you're saying, maybe it's acceptable. However, you are not in the best position to tell us not to pressure ourselves. Nobody you go tell us what we go do, because now you pressure us. For years you were pressuring us, with the fake lifestyle, or with the lifestyle you lived, well, albeit corrupt as you were. It was just an interesting track to me, because I did exactly really like that track. I just find it interesting, and I find sometimes I don't have to agree with everything that happens with, especially with every, item, every track on the body of work. But then again, I should be able to see from the artist's perspective, from the featured artist's perspective. So yeah, I think I get the point. Overall, the point is, let's live life softly. Let's not be in a haste. Let's not pressure ourselves into acquiring, material things. But bro, you are in no position to tell us this. I do hope you've learned your lesson and you have, decided to be an honest man. So, Phyno, if you're trying to endorse Hush Puppy as a person to us, it didn't work. Please, let's not do that. But if you're trying to reintroduce him into our society as a change man, and it's fine, because one of the things he said was that the street will always forget. The street you are trying to impress, they will always forget you. And to be honest, we did forget you, Ramoni. When you were in prison, we didn't care about you. Life moved on, and we have moved on from that. So, but it's okay. It's a good song overall. The message is not bad. The message is a good message. So yeah, I would slightly agree with it. It's fine, I'll let it pass. Another song I enjoy in the album was Sweet Karma featuring Johnny Drew. Sweet Karma, basically, it's a love song, right? And what better way to sing a love song than collaborating with the maestro of love himself, and who is Johnny Drew. Nothing much to say here. It's an amazing song. I love it. Johnny Drew being a melodious, an artist with a melodious and sonorous voice, with his love and his charm. When it comes to love songs, being featured by Phyno, to give us a masterpiece. I enjoyed it. Honestly, it's a song I really like so much. So yeah, thumbs up. Thank you so much, Phyno, for featuring Johnny Drew on that amazing track. Here's one thing I've noticed with Nigerian artists now, which is a good thing anyways, and it is sampling old songs. Phyno did that by with the song Grateful. He sampled an old Christian Igbo song, Igbo gospel song rather. I like that song, honestly. See, I think I like sampled songs. It shows that you appreciate good work, you appreciate timeless music, while as much as you're bringing the old, you are infusing it with the new, and give us a timeless piece. That's why I like when artists sample music. Now it's a disaster if you sample music badly. Just leave it as it is. But if you're going to sample music, make it sound better, make us enjoy and miss that old song. And Phyno did that with that particular song, Grateful. I love that song so much. It's just being grateful to God for his journey, and also hoping for the best, seeing that the future is brighter, things are getting better, and all of those things. Is enjoying so much success. I like that song so much. I like that sound. The sound is so beautiful, so timeless. It's a song that will last ages. It's a song that will last ages. So it's an amazing song. Honestly, I love that song. Thank you, Phyno. And we have certain criteria that we review a body of work here on Relufe Music Review, and one of such criteria is sound quality and production. I like the sound quality and production of this song. There's a lot of Igbo music that was infused into it. We could see it was rich in the Igbo culture. There's richness in the culture, in the Igbo culture, music, style, lifestyle. It was amazing. I love the sound quality and production. The songwriting and composition, it's amazing. It's Phyno. So what do you expect? You can't expect any less. Phyno's deep knowledge of the Igbo culture, him deeply rooted in the Igbo culture. He as always, it dazed us. It's amazing. I love it. As much as I don't understand the language, but it's how you have certain songs that you don't understand what they are saying, but you like the song, and in your heart you want to believe that the song means what it means to you. So I always enjoy Phyno's music. The way it sounds, it makes me love the Igbo culture more. I think I might probably marry an Igbo woman, right? It makes me really enjoy the Igbo language, the Igbo culture, their food, their lifestyle. Phyno does that. He really propagates that Igbo gospel. And also the vocal performance. Like I said, as much as Phyno rather is a rap artist, is an Igbo rap artist. His vocals are still always on point. He has always sounded the same way, which is a good thing. It shows consistency and dedication to his craft. And also, I like the musicality and instrumentation. Like I said earlier, it was amazing. The cohesion and flow. Every song flows into each other seamlessly. As much as the sounds were different at some point, but it was was perfect. The cohesion was good. The flow was seamless. It wasn't undulating. It was a consistent eye, right? It was a consistent. Even when it got to the interlude, that I had issues with, but it was a consistent eye. You would feel the same way about the music itself and the richness of the music, the originality and innovation. Not so much for innovation, but originality was top notch, because Phyno has always been a consistent artist and rapper, so the originality was good. As much as he also tried to innovate with having Johnny Drew and also RD, something that we didn't expect to see, that kind of feature with a prominent or a fast rising hot English rapper. We could see some sort of innovation, which is good as well. Also, emotional resonance and impact. A lot of the songs resonated with my soul, so I think it's high up there with his emotional resonance and impact. And also the lyrical themes and message. The message is clear. Phyno is always clear with his message, so kudos to him for that. The consistency of the genre, of course. I mean, as much as he had different artists, different features, it was still pretty much consistent with his sound. Like, you can tell that this is a Phyno song, because regardless of the people he collaborates with or he features on this album, as much as he tried to amplify their person, their energy, their vibe, their music, their sound, he did not lose sight of his own sound, of his own person, of his own vibe. I like his consistency with it. Yeah, and the overall replay value of this album is high up there. As much as I have not played it too many times, but at least I'm sure I've listened to this album at least 5 times, so the replay value is pretty good. And yeah, let's go into my top 5 songs in this album. And honestly, as much as I say particular order, I particularly have an order. At least I have one song which does it for me. That song is my number 1 song on this album, and it's the song with Fave. The title of the song is Deep. I love that song so much. It's safe to say the song with Fave is a fave. You see what I did there? If you don't get it, forget about it. Also, I like Wanyo. It's a song that deeply resonates with my values, which is take life slowly. Don't be in a haste to make it. Just put in your best foot forward. Show up every day. Try your best. Luck is gonna smile on you. Life is gonna bring you goodness. Just keep doing it. Keep showing up. Things are gonna get better. I like that song so much. I also like Grateful as well. I like that song Grateful because it makes me grateful to God for my journey as well. And also, it's a sampled song. I usually enjoy sampled songs a lot, and Phyno did a good job, sampling that song perfectly. It was an amazing song. And I also like Duai. I like both the original one and the remix he did with Burna Boy. So yeah, Duai is definitely a favorite song. It's a favorite song on that album. And I also love Troublemaker as well. I love Troublemaker. Troublemaker is a beautiful song as well. It's a party starter. It's a vibe. So yeah, that's all on today's episode of Relufe Music Review. Let me know what album, EP, or music video you want us to review on Relufe Music Review. In the meantime, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Relufe TV. Follow us across all social media platforms at Relufe TV. Till I come your way another time, my name is Theo Olayanju. Thank you.